Chapter 9. Fire and Form. By the time Dawn returned to the training room, the house had opinions. Karlach had opinions loudly. Astarion had opinions elegantly. The source of all this interest arrived precisely on time, carrying a stack of books and looking infuriatingly well-rested. Gale crossed the threshold in dark blue rather than formal robes, sleeves rolled once at the forearms, expression composed but lighter somehow, as though some invisible weight had finally been set down. Vesta, already waiting near the centre circle, stared a moment too long. He noticed. Of course he noticed. "Good morning," he said. She recovered badly. "You look less annoying." "High praise so early." Vesta folded her arms, trying and failing to appear unimpressed. "That thing you did last night," she said. "With the sky." Gale glanced at her. "The thing with the sky?" "The lights, wizard." Karlach clutched her chest. "The lights?" "It was beautiful," Vesta said, quieter now. For once, Gale did not diminish, dismiss, or decorate the praise. He simply met her eyes and said, "Thank you." Then, after a small pause, "I'd forgotten how much I enjoyed magic that way." The room went still for half a beat. Karlach looked ready to cry. Gale smiled. Vesta felt her heart flit. Gods, she thought, that should have been illegal. Karlach noticed and made a strangled, delighted sound. Astarion appeared beside her with a goblet that no one had seen him bring. "Ah," he said dryly. "They seem healthy now. How dreadful." Karlach smacked his shoulder without looking away from the pair. "Shut up. This is adorable." "It is many things," Astarion said. "Adorable is among the least flattering." Small, infernal sparks popped around Karlach's head in unmistakable heart shapes. Vesta groaned. "Why are you both here?" Karlach gasped theatrically. "To support growth." "To witness disaster," said Astarion. "Leave," Gale said with the patience of a man already resigned to failure. "No," they said together. He sighed. "Of course." Gale rolled his eyes. He set the books aside and turned to Vesta. For a beat, the room fell quieter. There was something different in him this morning, not merely confidence, but ease. No puffed pride, no apologetic modesty, just steadiness. Vesta found it alarmingly attractive. "I wanted to speak with you before we begin," Gale said. Astarion made a low, delighted hum. Karlach elbowed him. He ignored them both. "You needn't continue these lessons," Gale said to Vesta. "Not out of obligation, not because of any arrangement made on your behalf." She blinked. "What arrangement?" He paused. "An overreaching one." Astarion coughed into his goblet. "Mistra," Vesta said slowly. "Yes." "What about Mistra?" "I informed her," Gale said with careful neutrality, "that her guidance was no longer required." The room went still. Karlach's grin widened so far it seemed structurally unsound. Astarion looked impressed despite vigorous efforts otherwise. Vesta stared. "You told a goddess to shove off?" "In more polished language." "That is," she said, then stopped. His brow lifted. "Yes?" "Deeply attractive." Karlach made a sound like a kettle about to scream. Astarion made an exaggerated gagging noise. Karlach immediately poked him in the ribs. Gale's ears pinked beautifully. That was not the point. "It can be both at the same time." He looked away briefly, gathering himself. "What I mean," he said, "is that if you choose not to continue, there will be no consequence beyond my disappointment, which I shall bear with tragic grace." Vesta stepped closer. "And if I choose to continue," his voice softened, "then I would be glad of it." She held his gaze. "I actually would love to continue." He went very still. She realized what she had said and rushed onward. "The lessons," she added, "and the magic, and the yelling less. Also, I like being here." A beat. "Near you," she finished, much quieter. Karlach clapped both hands over her mouth. Astarion muttered, "Oh, they've become earnest. Kill me." Gale exhaled once, slow and relieved enough that only Vesta seemed to notice. "I'm very glad," he said. And because there were suddenly too many feelings in the room for any sane person to endure, he turned sharply toward the chalk circle. "Right," he said briskly. "Magic." "Coward," Vesta murmured. "Accurate," said Astarion. They took their places opposite one another inside the renewed circle. The air already felt different between them, charged, playful, aware. Vesta rolled her shoulders. "So, afraid I'll burn another skyline?" "Only the sections I am standing in," Gale said lightly. She grinned, flirting through insults. "Progress." "I am evolving," Karlach squealed. Astarion drank deeply. Gale ignored them with effort. "Again," he said to Vesta, lifting one hand. "We begin with channeling and containment." Vesta rolled her wrists, gathering heat between her palms. "You're counting again," she said. "I'm always counting." "That sounds exhausting." "It is why we still have eyebrows." She smirked and let a spark leap sideways past the chalk line. Gale sighed and redrew the boundary with 2 fingers. "You do realize circles function best when they remain circles. You do realize rules are suggestions. They are definitions. They are fears with handwriting." His mouth twitched. "And yet," he said, adjusting his stance beside hers, "you keep stepping precisely where I need you." She glanced at him. That sounded suspiciously fond. "I misspoke." Karlach seized Astarion's sleeve. "Oh my gods." "I know," he said miserably. "They're flirting through methodology." The circle beneath their feet flared white-hot. Energy snapped sideways through the room, scattering sparks across the floor. Gale's expression sharpened instantly. "Wait!" Vesta's hands jerked apart as heat surged too fast up both arms. "Oh no." "Something's wrong." The flame between them split into 3 twisting streams, widening violently. "Too much heat," she gasped. "Too fast. It's splitting wide." Panic flashed hot and old through her chest. Too much. Too wild. "Here it comes." Then Gale stepped directly into her line of sight. "Look at me." "What do I do?" "Look at me." His voice cut clean through the noise. She met his eyes. Steady, certain, present. "Breathe on 4, he said. "Release on 5. You know the fire. Keep it narrow, keep it high." She obeyed before fear could argue. 1 breath. 2. The streams trembled. "Tell me where," she said. "Left hand open, right hand turn." He moved with her, not touching, guiding by mirror and voice alone. Give the wildness room to burn. Do not crush it. Do not flee. The fire narrowed. Her pulse slowed. "Let it move," he said quietly. "Through you. With me." Something in her loosened. "I feel it shifting," Vesta said, breathless. "Good. Let it shift. It's fighting me. Then stop fighting back. Guide it." Her jaw tightened. Sweat beaded at her temple. "I would have lost this before. Not today." The flame lurched once, then steadied. "Not with me," Gale said. Together, breath and motion aligning, they brought the streams inward. The split flames braided, then steadied, then rose as one bright spiral above them. Both exhaled. Vesta stared up at it, breathing hard. "Well," Gale glanced from the spell to her. "That went better than expected." "That's because you gave it shape." "And you gave it life?" She looked at him then, smile breaking slow and bright. "Seems annoyingly effective." Deeply so, he said. The spiral burst overhead in a shower of harmless golden sparks. Karlach whooped so loudly the windows rattled. Astarion applauded twice with visible reluctance. Absolutely unbearable. Vesta laughed breathlessly. Vesta looked at the dying sparks around them and smiled in wonder. I always thought if I softened, I'd disappear. Gale's expression changed, warm, startled, understanding. I always thought if I took up less space, I'd be safer. Their eyes met and held. No one should have to live like that, she said. No, he answered quietly. The last of the light drifted between them. What we were missing, Vesta said, almost to herself. Gale stepped a little closer. We may have found. The last sparks drifted down around them like warm rain. Neither moved, neither seemed eager to. Then Karlach launched herself forward and crushed them both into one impossible embrace. I knew it, she shouted. Vesta yelped, Gale wheezed. Astarion rose gracefully and headed for the door. Where are you going? Karlach called. Somewhere people are emotionally constipated, he said. I miss standards. At the threshold he paused, glanced back at the pair disentangling themselves and blushing furiously. Then he smirked. For what it's worth, he said, you fit rather disgustingly well. He disappeared down the corridor. Karlach beamed. Vesta looked at Gale. Gale looked at Vesta. There was laughter in both of them now. And something burning brighter underneath it. Neither seemed in any hurry to step or look away.
They seem healthy now. How dreadful.
Afraid I'll burn another skyline.
Only the sections I am standing in.
Flirting through insults, progress.
I am evolving.
You count the sparks.
You miss the count.
You draw the circle.
You leave it out.
You love a rule.
You hate a line.
And yet somehow you fit with mine.
Wait,
No.
something's wrong.
Too much heat, too fast. It's splitting wide.
Look at me.
What do I do?
Look at me. Breathe on 4, release on 5. You know the fire. Keep it narrow, keep it high.
Tell me where.
Left hand open, right hand turn. Give the wildness room to burn. Do not crush it, do not flee. Let it move through you with me.
I feel it bend.
Then let it flow.
I feel it fight.
Then guide it slow.
I lose this once.
Not now.
Not so.
Fire and form together go.
Fire and form.
Spark and design.
Instinct and reason now align.
No hand above, no chain below.
Trust what we've learned, let power grow. Fire and form.
I preferred them dysfunctional.